What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week I'm going to be showing you guys how to drive a manual stick shift car. In some countries it's called standard transmission. So I'm going to be showing you guys on my Evo, and hopefully you guys can understand how to drive a stick shift car with the camera angles I show you guys. If you're in a manual car, there are 3 pedals to manual cars. At the bottom right here, the clutch, the brake, and the accelerator. So when you want to start a manual car, you hold in the clutch, push it in all the way, then you turn the key. Alright, and that should start the car. Make sure that it is in neutral, or else you're kind of gonna launch and stall. Another thing that I do want to point out is make sure to have the emergency brake up if you're on an incline or decline, or if you want to be safe on any surface, because if you don't have this on, your car will roll and you can end up hitting something. Congratulations, you have started a manual car. So now, I'll teach you guys how to drive it. What you do first is you push in the clutch, you hold it there, you put it into first gear, and then you take off the e-brake. So once you're done with that, you're gonna have to let go of the clutch very slowly until you find the clutch point. So when you do that, you let go of the brake, and if you look at my left foot, you let go of the clutch very slowly until you find the clutch point. It's different on all cars, so your car is going to start shaking a little bit, and then it's going to go on its own. So this is without me pressing gas, and this means you're in gear and your car is driving. That way you'll know where the clutch point is, and once you get to know and feel where the clutch point is, you only have to push that clutch gear to that point, and then you can start changing gears at that point. One thing I do want to point out is for a lot of cars, the starting first gear is a little different. For my Evo, this is actually the first gear, so left and up. For my Mustang, it's actually left and down, which is first gear. So make sure you guys know which gear configuration you guys have. Another big thing is the reverse gear. Some cars, there is a little lever right here. You push it up and you put it into first gear to make it reverse. But in my case, it's a 5 gears. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then reverse is over here. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then instead of 6th, it's reverse. Just to give you guys a better idea of how it looks on the bottom end when I'm driving. So push in the clutch, put into first. You guys heard that click, right? That's first gear. And then let go very slowly. And then the car shakes a little bit. Well, that time it shook a lot, but if you do it like that, that means you're pretty much driving. Right now, I'm in first gear and I'm driving. I don't have to press the accelerator, because if you let go of the clutch like that, the car will drive on its own. If you push the clutch in, you'll disengage the clutch and it won't be in gear. This camera angle is to show you guys how my feet look when I'm driving a manual car. So first off, you're gonna press in the clutch to get into first gear. You don't really have to push it in all the way if you know the clutch point, but I'm going to be doing that just to show you guys how it looks. First gear, I'm gonna let go of the brake, and then I'm gonna let go of the clutch very slowly while pressing the accelerator. Once you know the clutch point, you press the accelerator when you hit the clutch point. So let go slowly, let go of the brake, and then give it gas. Then your car will start moving forward. Alright, so you guys saw where I let go of the clutch completely? That was right when I hit the clutch point. If you guys want to change it into second gear, press it in to the clutch point, accelerate a little bit, and then let go. This is second gear, and then if you go a little faster, you're going to want to change the gear again, third gear. So that's pretty much the gist of how to drive a stick shift car. This is my point of view. I'm going to be putting into first gear. Into first gear, start accelerating, and then we'll be driving. Okay, if you do it like this, the time you're supposed to switch the gear is when it hits about 3,000 to 4,000. But if you want to save a little bit on gas, change it around 2,000 to 3,000. If you're racing, change it around 5 to 6. I know you're not supposed to be doing that, but that's the way to do it. It depends on the car. If you have a turboed car, you will want to change depending on where your turbo's power band is in. First gear. And then while you're turning, you could change it in gears too. It doesn't have to be a straight line while you're changing gears. When you're coming to a stop, hold in the clutch, and then I usually take the car out of gear, and that's because I don't want to be holding the clutch while it's in gear. In my case, I do have a competition clutch, stage 2, and it's very hard to hold this in. It's kind of like a leg workout. Now I'll be showing you guys how it looks while driving. I'm gonna go get gas, so I'll show you guys how it looks while shifting gears and holding the clutch in at the appropriate moment. The reason why stick shift drivers do this is to make sure that the car is out of gear. So if you guys were ever curious as to why people did that, that's the reason why. One thing that I do want to mention is while you're going at about 40 miles per hour and you're coming to a stop, but it suddenly turns green and you're at about 30 miles per hour, it really depends on how you want to go. If you want to go fast, keep it in second or third gear. And if you want to take it a little bit slow and save on gas, put it into fourth gear. Make sure to put it in gear and hit the clutch point, then press the accelerator. Another thing that I did do while driving was rev match. Once you get to learning the car, you will probably rev match just to save the synchros on the car, but it's not necessarily needed. Hopefully I taught you guys how to drive a stick shift car. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. So that concludes this week's video. Don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.